Good day all. We are reading textbook in geography for class 8th, social science, resources and development. Chapter number 2, land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. In a small village in Tanzania, Africa, Mamba gets up very early in the morning to fetch water. Fetch means buy back. Okay, so Mamba is a person who gets up very early in the morning to fetch water. She has to walk a long way and returns after a few hours. She then helps her mother in the house and joins her brothers in taking care of their goats. All her family owns is a piece of rocky land around their small hut. Mamba's father can barely grow some maize and beans on it after toiling hard. Toiling means hard work. This is not enough to feed their family for the whole year. Peter lives in the heart of the sheep rearing region in New Zealand where his family runs a wool processing factory. Every day when he returns from school, Peter watches his uncle taking care of their sheep. Their sheep yard is situated on a wide grassy plain with hills in the far distance. It is managed in a specific way using the latest technology. Peter's family also grows vegetables through organic farming. Mamba and Peter stay in two different parts of the world and leads very difficult lives. This difference is because of the differences in the quality of land, soil, water, natural vegetation, animals, and the usage of technology. The availability of such resources is the main reason places different from each other. Land. Land is among the most important natural resources. It covers only about 30% of the total area of the earth's surface and all parts of the small percentage are not habitable. The uneven distribution of population in different parts of the world is mainly due to varied characteristics of land and climate. The rugged topography, steep, steep slopes of the mountains, low lying areas susceptible to water. Logging desert areas, thick forested areas are normally sparsely populated or uninhabited. Plains and rivers valleys offer suitable lands for agriculture. Hence, these are the densely populated areas of the world. Land use. Land is used for different purposes such as agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, roads, and setting up of industries. This is commonly termed as land use. Can you list out the different ways in which Mumbai's and Peter's family use their land? So its answer in the first page of this chapter that his that Mumbai's father can barely grow some maize and beans on it after toiling hard. So they grow the maize and these in the land. So this is given in chapter page number 1 that all her family owns a piece of rocky land around their small hut. Mumbai's father can barely grow some maize and beans on it. So how they use their land. The use of land is determined by physical factors such as topography, soil, climate, minerals, and availability of water. Human factors such as population and technology are also important determinants of land use pattern. See in this picture, which is figure 2.1, Salzburg in Austria. Notice in how many ways the land has been used in the above picture. So see the how many houses are there. Some one road is there. This is some so many ways are there, so many green fields are there. So some so how they use this whole land in the different ways. Some trees are there, some forest part is there, water also is there, maybe some river passing by these places, and so many trees are there. This green part is greenery also there. Then how many houses are there, so maybe some factories also there. So how they use this land in this part. So this picture showing how people use the land part for various ways. Land can also be classified in the basis of ownership as private land and community land. So private land means some person's private land, and community land means maybe some government owned land. Private land is owned by individual, whereas community land is owned by the community for common uses. So community means for common uses like collection of fodder, fruits, nuts, or medical herbs. These community lands are also called common property resources. People and their demands are ever growing, but the availability of land is limited. The quality of land also differs from place to place. People started encroaching the common lands to build up commercial areas, housing complexes in the urban areas, and to expand the agricultural land in the rural areas. Today, the vast changes in the land use pattern also reflect the cultural changes in our society. Land degradation, landslides, soil erosion, desertification are the major threats to the environment because of the expansion of agriculture and construction activities. Here these are four pictures are given which are showing the changes in land use over time. Before some years, some decades, people used to use land in this way. Maybe in this time some villages also used lands in this way. There are some uh, see the road type, okay, and the houses in villages, and these are the way the people are living in village. Then after some time it become like this, then after some time become like this, and now people are staying like this in apartments, buildings. See the roads, some metros, the buses and the cars. So this picture is showing the changes in land use over the time. Then conservation of land resources. Growing population and their ever growing demands has led to a large scale destruction of forest cover arable land and has created a fear of losing this natural resource. Therefore, the present rate of degradation of land must be checked. Afforestation, land reclamation regulates use of chemical pesticide and fertilizers, and checks are overgrazing are some of the common methods used to conserve land resources. So here complete the land part. Landslides. Landslides are simply defined as the mass movement of rocks, debris, or earth down a slope. Mass movement means movement of masses of bodies of mud, soil, and rock. And debris means remains of something broken down or destroyed. They often take place in conjunction with earthquakes, floods, and volcanoes. A prolonged spell of rainfall can cause heavy landslide that can block the flow of river for quite some time. The formation of river blocks can cause havoc to the settlements downstream on its bursting. In the hilly terrain, landslides have been a major and widely spread natural disaster that often strike life and property and occupy a position of major concern. See this is a picture of a landslide, how it destroyed the city. Here is a case study given. A massive landslide hit Pangi village near Rekong PO in Kinnaur district of Himachal Pradesh and damaged a 200-meter stretch of old Hindustan Tibet road, National Highway 22. This landslide was triggered by intense blasting at Pangi village. Due to the blasting, mitigation mechanism. Advancement in scientific techniques has empowered us to understand what factors cause landslides and how to manage them. Some broad mitigation techniques of landslide are as follows. Hazard mapping to locate areas prone to landslide, hence such areas can be avoided for building settlements. Construction of retention wall to stop land from slipping. Increase in the vegetation cover to arrest landslide. The surface drainage control work to control the movement of landslide along with rainwater and spring flows. Here is a picture of retention wall. Soil. The thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called soil. It is closely linked to land. Landforms determine the type of soil. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals, and weathered rocks found on the earth. This happens through the process of weathering. The right mix of minerals and organic matter make the soil fertile. Here this is a picture of soil profile. So the upper layer is topsoil with humus and vegetation, and the second one is subsoil with sand, silt and clay. The third one layer is weathered rock material, and the fourth one is parent rock. See the glossary. Weathering. Weathering means the breaking up of decay of exposed rocks by temperature changes, frost action, plants, animals and human activity. Then do you know it takes hundreds of years to make just 1 centimeter of soil? Factors of soil formation. The major factor of soil formation are the nature of the parent rock and climate factors. Other factors are the topography, role of organic material and time taken for the composition of soil formation. All these differ from place to place. Here is a diagram given, figure 2.4, factors affecting soil formation. Parent rock determines color, texture, chemical properties, minerals content, permeability. Then relief, altitude and slope determine accumulation of soil. Flora, fauna and microorganisms affect the rate of humus formation. Then climate contains temperature, rainfall influence, rate of weathering and humus. And time determines thickness of soil profile. So this is a factor affecting soil formation diagram.